Welcome to MyCounselor.Online. I'm Josh Spurlock, and in this video we are talking about the fear of pregnancy as it gets in the way of a healthy sexual relationship. So for a variety of different reasons, women can want to not get pregnant. And there's a variety of different ways of preventing pregnancy, which if you're watching this, you've probably done some research on all of those. We definitely talk about those within this article, but typically the problem is less about a lack of information about birth control as it is about a conflict with a spouse about the form of birth control. And the conflict leads to a fear of getting pregnant because we're not on the same page about that. And fear will just kill sexual desire and kills your sex life. If you're afraid of getting pregnant, that fear is going to smush, completely obliterate sexual desire, and it's going to get in the way of you pursuing and enjoying a healthy sexual relationship with your spouse. So one of the things that I want to talk with you about is not so much the different kinds of birth controls. You can read about that in the article if you are needing some information on those things. I will just say that of the options, typically vasectomy for male is typically the safest and best route to go. And I talk about that a little bit in the article. But let's talk about this, the disagreement and conflict around the subject, because this is where you're going to need to hone in. So you're going to need to get some communication skills, get some counsel maybe, and work through the conflicts so that you guys can be on the same page and move forward in unity and not allow this conflict to really prevent you guys from having a healthy relationship. Not doing so is going to create difficulties. It's going to, if we don't have sex because of the conflict, it's likely going to create conflict with a husband and a wife that creates a wedge in our relationship. If we do have sex in spite of the fear, it's going to create resentment on a wife's part that then breaks down the relationship and prevents, gets in the way of us having a healthy emotional dynamic, and ultimately is going to break down our sex life where we don't have a healthy sexual connection either. So not getting resolved, reconciled on this is really not an option if you're going to have a healthy sexual relationship. Meanwhile, as you're working towards a win-win, get on the same page, discern what it is the Lord would have us do in terms of our family, which can take some time. That's not necessarily a quick process to reaching a conclusion. Meanwhile, we should keep enjoying a healthy sex life, which may not include intercourse. Yes, you can have a healthy, fun, enjoyable sex life even without intercourse. And so that's what I want to talk to you about for a moment. Let's consider that we set aside intercourse for a season while we are working through what to do with our family, what to do with birth control, and resolving that conflict between husband and wife. And meanwhile, learn how to enjoy each other's body and enjoy our sexual relationship apart from intercourse. For a lot of couples, having a season in their life where intercourse is set aside, but they continue to engage sexually and learn each other's body and learn how to enjoy a healthy sexual relationship without intercourse, actually really enriches their sex life. Because many of the things that before got neglected as they were genitally focused on intercourse now become more robust, and they rediscover the joy of exploring different ways of enjoying each other sexually, which then when we do reintegrate intercourse into our sexual relationship is something that enhances the sexual experience instead of being the sole focus of the sexual experience. So work through the conflict, get on the same page, don't get in this power struggle either way. And meanwhile, learn how to really enjoy non-intercourse sex. Read the article. It's at MyCounselor.Online. You'll find other videos there also that will be helpful to you. If you're having difficulty either working through the conflict or understanding, figuring out non-intercourse sex, connect with a sex therapist through MyCounselor.Online, either online or in person at one of our offices, and we can help you work through that. Till the next time we connect, be blessed and keep loving life.